welcome back to Commercial Breaks with Miss Education. Yay, episode 31. Honestly, I did not think I would be at episode 31. I was fitting to quit before episode 15. But again, I want to give a shout out to my sister and my girlfriend, for actually 2 girlfriends and a sister, for always calling me up after every episode and just debriefing with me. And you know what? Honestly, it's like God is using y'all to tell me to continue, because sometimes I sit here and I talk, I'm talking to myself and I'm just like, why, God? Why? Who cares? And then I get a phone call. And I'm like, thank you. So thank you. Every time y'all hit me up, it does help. It does motivate. It is just God using you to tell me to continue doing this, as uncomfortable as it is. And this is me tame, right? I got a lot to say, but Anyways, let's get into it. Episode 31, Black Lives Matter. Yes. So I thought this is the best I could get to Black. I got Detroit. I love Detroit. I got rid of all my Black Lives Matter t-shirts and shirts, so I had nothing to wear. And I'm like, I wish I had it just for this episode, and then I could get rid of it. All right. This says Detroit versus everybody. I love Detroit. Anyway, because I love Black people. I love everyone, but I love Black people. I love it. So back to this Black Lives Matter. When this whole thing Black Lives Matter came out, I felt like I had to co-sign because that's what everyone's doing. So there was a push to co-sign, like the river's flowing, you in it, so you going with the flow. But there was something in me that I was like, something is off. It doesn't feel right. It didn't feel right to me. And I attended one peaceful protest, I guess, of Black Lives Matter, and only attended it because my former student, I love her to death. She's like the daughter that I didn't have to give birth to. She organized the largest peaceful protest in the city of Malden, and so I was definitely going to go support her. I don't do protests and stuff like that. Just too many people, too many crazy people. I'm not about that life. But anyways, so I went. I did go, and that was my support to her. Right, but I have never been, I'm not a co-sign of Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry, I can't get down with Black Lives Matter, and I'm gonna state why. And these are my opinions. I'm not trying to persuade anyone. I'm just expressing myself. So one day if my boys see this, they'll be like, "Why did mommy not co-sign to Black Lives Matter?" I don't co-sign to Black Lives Matter because I believe that all lives matter. Yep, and I know that ain't popular, but yes, as a child of God, all lives matter. Christ came to die for us. He didn't just come die for Black people. He didn't die for, and I know people are like, well, that's not what this is about. This is about police brutality, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. No, I'm not co-signing because words matter. So yes, Black lives matter, Asian lives matter, white lives, all lives matter. Okay, that's just where I stand on that. But to go deeper into the whole Black Lives Matter, why I also don't agree with it is because it doesn't make sense. My sister always says to me, Jen, when you speak, bring receipts. And I'm like, I hear bring receipts, but if this was a platform where if I were on Fox News, CNN, yes, I'd bring receipts. I'm on Commercial Breaks with Miss Education. This is just a little platform for me, myself, and whoever wants to watch. So my receipts are inside. You can go Google this stuff up, and then hit me up and let me know if I'm wrong, okay? If Black lives really mattered, then we would not be the gold star, the gold medal winners when it comes to killing our children. When it comes to, right? So if Black lives mattered, we wouldn't want to kill the Black lives. Does that make sense? Yet when it comes to abortions, we hold the gold medal on that. When we make up the most abortions in this country. We kill more Black babies than any other race. But Black lives matter. I don't get that. If Black lives mattered, we would stop focusing on the police, the white police killing of, killing of unarmed Black men, right? We would stop. We would pause that for a second, because the number of police that killed unarmed Black men is a small percent compared to the Black men or Black people who kill Black people. Hypothetical. I'm just giving numbers. I don't know. I could look it up. I've looked it up before. I don't remember them. If white policemen were killing 100 black men, 100 is still too many, right? Hands down, just way too many. But if black men are killing 1,000 black people, which of the two should I go for, right? Because here's the thing. If I focus all my energy on the cops killing, then I'm going to save 100 lives, and every life matters, right? God died for every life, so every life matters. All lives matter, right? But if I were to focus on killing black, I could actually save 1,000. That's 10 times more. I could save 1,000 black lives. So if black lives mattered, which group would we go after? We would save the 100 or we'd save the 1,000. I don't know. For me, I like numbers. I would go save the 1,000. I'd be like, yo, I'm coming for you because I need to save 1,000 lives. Not that the 100 don't matter, but I'd go save 1,000, you know? But again, Black Lives Matter, question mark, right? If Black Lives Matter, then what are we doing with the educational system? Because the kids who rank lowest are always the black and brown, but I'm focusing on the black because Black Lives Matter. We're always at the bottom. Test scores, everything. Discipline, we at the top. We got a gold medal for discipline because we have no behavior, right? Because Black Lives Matter. We have no behavior. So if Black Lives Matter, then and you know, there's this notion that black children do better with black teachers, right? That notion. And if that were true and Black Lives Matter, why don't we have more black educators? Why aren't more black people who think that Black Lives Matter, no, who believe that Black Lives Matter, why aren't we going into education to save our children? Because the narrative out there is that they're being taught by these white people who are brainwashing them, who aren't giving them the greatest education. Whether true, not true, I don't know. How about we black folk, why don't we get into education and teach our own? Because Black Lives Matter, right? Or do they? I don't know. Anyway, Black Lives Matter. So these are just questions that keep going through my head. I'm trying to make sense of Black Lives Matter because I genuinely want to believe that Black Lives Matter. That society, no, let me rephrase it. I genuinely want to believe that our society believes that Black Lives Matter. It's more than a hashtag or a t-shirt or a protest or the vandalization of property, right? Because Black Lives Matter, I get upset and I go vandalize my neighborhood grocery store, my neighborhood pharmacy. Black Lives Matter, because when I get sick, when my elderly uncle or grandmother gets sick, that same pharmacy that she gets her meds from is the same pharmacy that Black Lives protests just burned down. But Black Lives Matter. I get it. Another Black Lives Matter question, because I have a lot of them. Let's talk about our music. If Black Lives Matter, why are we the only group? Again, I may be wrong. Again, I'm not coming with receipts. And it could be I just listened to a certain genre or I've been exposed to a certain genre of music, but why is it that we're the only ones who still speak about ourselves a certain way? You don't have white people in their music, blah, 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 cracker, right? Or Hispanics are like, spick, spick, spick. Gays and lesbians, fag. No, they don't do that. No. But black folk, nigga, all day we are niggering each other. All day long, and we're not realizing the power in words. But I get it. We've reclaimed the word nigger or nigga with a whatever. We've reclaimed it, right? We've reclaimed something that was never ours. To reclaim means to take something back that was yours, but we've reclaimed something that was never ours. I get it. But Black Lives Matter. So we produce, black people produce this music, this trash music. We feed our children this garbage, and then we wonder why they act a fool. But Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter. And I'm beginning, no, I don't think Black Lives Matter. I'm beginning to think the dollar matter. Green lives matter, right? Because those who are in the music industry who are perpetrating this foolishness and poisoning our children, it's not the black lives that matter. The black doesn't matter. It's the green, the dollars matter, right? Those individuals who think that educators, like these are white educators out here poisoning our children, indoctrinating our children, whatever the hell they're doing to our children. Well, then why aren't you in education? Oh, because there's this narrative that education doesn't pay because green lives matter. That's why you went and did something else, right? You didn't go into education because there wasn't enough green in education, right? When we're vandalizing these stores, when we're vandalizing Sony or Coach or Louis Vuitton in the name of Black Lives Matter, when we're grabbing those purses because Black Lives Matter, because somehow that helps the cause, are we not seeing green? Because we know how much that Louis Vuitton bag is, right? We're not vandalizing Payless shoes. I don't think they even have Payless anymore, but that's not what we're doing. We're going for the high-end stuff. We're vandalizing stuff. Is it Black Lives Matter or green life matters? Oh, I don't know. When we're in these streets aborting our children at rates that are disgusting, when we're killing, when we're murdering our children, what's the reason? Because Black Lives Matter, right? Or is it your convenience matters? And again, I am definitely not the pot calling the kettle black, whatever the saying is, because I've confessed this. I have been on the other end. I had an abortion, right? And I regret that, and I've asked God, and God has forgiven me. I've asked for forgiveness. God has forgiven me. Okay? I was drinking that Kool-Aid. So do Black Lives matter? Because if Black lives really matter, when something matters, you don't kill it. Right? Unless you're God who sacrificed his son for what? For my life, because I matter to God. Right? You matter to God. So God sent his only son to die for you. Now, all these people, all of us out here in these streets having all these abortions, who are we killing them for? Yeah, Black Lives Matter, right? Oh no, it just makes me so upset because I genuinely love Black people. I do. But we're so blind. We're blind. We're blind. And we fall into these traps, this Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to leave it at this. Black Lives Matter was just a window, an opportunity to allow the rainbow flag to come in. They used our naivety. They used our emotions to get us all riled up when this was all about the LGBT community. Because if you do your research, go find your own receipts. But those who started this movement, these ladies, see what they did with almost 90 million, almost $100 million. See what they did with that money. See what they sponsored, what organization they sponsored, what they did with that money. Yeah, it wasn't about Black Lives Matter. This was about the trans life matter. But anyways, that's a different topic. I'm just saying, let's go back to Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter, we need to do better. I believe that all lives matter, and within all lives are Black lives, because God sent his son that whosoever believeth in him should have everlasting life. So we all matter. With that being said, till next time, God bless you. Commercial breaks with Miss Education.